You know that feeling when you're sitting at a red light. Not the one in traffic, but the one in your head. You're waiting for the perfect time, the perfect plan, the perfect amount of money, or just for the fear to go away. We spend half our lives waiting for the light to turn green, don't we? We think if we just analyze a problem long enough, the solution will magically appear. But here's the hard truth. Thinking is not doing. You can stare at a map for 100 years and never move an inch. You can plan the perfect workout and never break a sweat. There's an art to this life, but it isn't found in planning. It's found in the friction. It's found in the dirt. It's the art of doing. And until you master that art, you're just a tourist in your own life, watching it pass by from the safety of the sidewalk. It's time to step into the street. We live in a world obsessed with information. We're smarter than ever. We have access to every book, podcast, and lecture. But are we happier? More successful? Usually, the answer is no. Why? Because we use information as a shield. We hide behind it, telling ourselves, I'm just doing my research, when really, we're just terrified of making a mistake. Matthew McConaughey talks about breaking a sweat. It's literal and metaphorical. You have to put skin in the game. When you're just thinking about a project, or thinking about asking someone out, or starting that business, you're safe. Nothing can hurt you in your imagination, but nothing can grow there either. The art of doing is understanding that the first step will always be clumsy. It's going to be messy. You might trip, you might look foolish. And that's exactly the point. The universe doesn't reward the smartest person in the room. It rewards the person who is moving. Motion creates opportunities. Motion creates luck. You can't steer a parked car. You have to get the wheels rolling, even if you aren't 100% sure where you're going yet. So why are we so afraid to move? It's because we're obsessed with the outcome. We say, if I get this job, I'll be happy. If I make $1 million, I'll be successful. We attach our entire self-worth to a future result. This is a trap. If your happiness depends on a future event, you're guaranteeing you'll be miserable right now. And even if you get that thing, the happiness lasts for about 5 minutes before you start looking for the next one. It's a treadmill that never stops. The art of doing flips this upside down. It says, find joy in the process. Find joy in the struggle itself. When you're deep in the work, when you're sweating, when you're solving a problem, that's where life is actually happening. You have to define what success means to you. If you let the world define it, you'll always feel like you're losing. But if you decide that success is simply showing up and doing the work, you become untouchable. We're all guilty of looking for the easy way out. We scroll through our phones, looking for that one piece of advice that will fix everything. A video title might promise to change your future. You watch it, feel a spark of motivation, and then you go back to exactly what you were doing before. The advice isn't magic. You are the one who has to change your future by applying it. Don't get addicted to motivation. It's an emotion that comes and goes. Discipline is a habit. The art of doing doesn't wait for motivation. It gets to work when it's tired, when it's raining, when it feels like nothing is working. That's the difference between a dreamer and a doer. So, how do you start? If you feel overwhelmed, use a brilliant strategy. The process of elimination. Instead of figuring out exactly who you are, start by figuring out who you are not. What don't you want? Maybe you don't want to hang out with friends who gossip. Great. Eliminate that. Maybe you don't want to waste Friday nights at a bar that makes you feel empty. Eliminate that. When you chip away at the things that are not you, what's left is the truth. It's like a sculpture. The statue is already inside the marble. You just have to remove the pieces that don't belong. This is doing in its purest form. You say no to things that drain your battery so you can say yes to things that charge it. When you stop dragging around the baggage of who you're pretending to be, you get lighter. You get faster. And suddenly, taking action doesn't feel so heavy anymore. We all want green lights. The open road where everything goes our way. But the secret is, you can engineer your own green lights. When you do the hard work today, you're setting up a green light for your future self. It's about delayed gratification. If you eat junk food today, you're setting up a red light for your health tomorrow. But if you handle your business now, you're paving the highway for your future. Life is not easy. It's not fair, but it is workable. Stop playing the victim and start playing the player. The game changes. You stop looking for a referee to save you and you start scoring points. This is the art of taking a red light of failure, a rejection, a bad day end. Not stopping. You find a detour. You keep moving. You keep living. So what will you do when this video ends? That's the only question that matters. Are you going to click on the next video? Or are you going to put the phone down? Look at the one thing you've been avoiding and attack it. The art of doing is simple, but it's not easy. It requires you to be brave enough to fail, humble enough to start small, and to trust that if you just keep moving, you'll end up exactly where you're supposed to be. Don't wait for the green light. Push the gas, and the light will change for you. If this message woke something up in you, don't let it fade. Take action, and if you want to keep feeding that fire, hit that like button, so this message reaches more people. Subscribe to stay connected with us on this journey. This has been Daily Fire Mindset. Now, go get it done.